I don't think I'm the person who has the backup plan. If you think escape is possible, escape.
Yeah, you see, that's not really where I'm at. I'm thinking more in
Yeah, yeah.
terms of uh, uh, we
What?
could. I mean, what our ultimate goal here is basically to try and stop the slaughter down in your homeland, right?
Uh, to the extent that that's possible, yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Um, and my goal is only to, help you. Um, and girl, I presume also is kind of down on recklessly providing aid and support to arguably the least likable of the nomads. I mean even if it was just not personal revenge involved, but the fact is that this person and what they're up to is obviously self-serving and, abusive. Um
Star. I'm going to take some of this money from the cash register and give it to you. Go down to the docks and get us space on a fast ship.
Going anywhere.
Yeah. If it comes to that, Corsair territory seems like the best choice.
Thinking we might adapt pretty well to being Corsairs.
Yeah.
um so
Seems to be passable.
yeah, exactly. um so I think that that's a good idea. Why don't I go and do that? And I believe that I have enough business savvy to go and arrange things. Do you want me to roll on that? I'm happy to roll.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Do I get a column shift for having money? That's my guess.
Ooh, almost certainly. I mean, actually having some money in order to hire a ship, definite advantage over last time. So yes, go for it. You can have a +2 column shift to your, shall we call this a bargain roll if you're trying to book shit?
Um,
Does
well,
bargain seem right? Or would you prefer it to be something else than bargain, like
well, I
business?
was kind of hoping for business, just in the sense that I'm not trying to get
Yeah,
like a better price. I'm just trying to
Yeah, that
negotiate
sounds
this
fair.
and handle it. I mean, I might
Okay.
even be buying the boat for Relaxacat. It's just
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
ordinary. I'm shopping, not haggling.
Okay, business sounds like it'll work then.
So 12, just barely over. So my own roll puts me 1 percentage point on the right side of the black line.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the 2 column shift, that gives me a great result.
You meet the idling and bored Captain Lucretia, a Corsair, very obviously by her apparel, with a extremely fast-looking ship. If you are any judge of these things, I'm not sure that Star is any judge.
Not
We'll
particularly,
gloss over that.
no, but
A fast ship and nothing much to do, and is happy to book passage for you for today, this evening, if that's what you'd like. Ready to leave when the tide is, and as long as you make a down payment.
okay, perfect.
While Star is scoping out people at the docks, is anyone else having anything else?
I have some questions for Christabel, real quick.
Go ahead.
Just in terms of Ruam, what exactly happened? I mean, there have been rumors. I know your sister testified against you, but what exactly is the truth of all of that? And are you 100% certain as to the fate of Ruam?
I suppose I only have the word of these kids to know that. I mean, now that I think about it, if he was just still in a dungeon somewhere, and they're assuming he's dead. That's certainly possible. So, the last time, or the only and last time I saw him, he was being taken away as a prisoner. So,
And your sister testified that you had turned him over.
No, she did turn him over.
Well, I guess that's my question. Is like that? That's what the sister testified, and everybody believed it. But is that in fact the truth?
To ask hopefully clarifying question, I believe the accusation by the sister was that you had collaborated with nomads as part of turning, when you should have been arresting him yourself. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct, and it is factually true. Yes.
Okay.
And my understanding is more generally, nobody likes all these.
The part that burns is that she volunteered her testimony.
Well, she volunteered it, and she used it partly to get herself situated.
Right. She's an acknowledged leader now.
Yes. And at the Sealy court, are we expecting the Ruhamites? What are we expecting from them?
I just want them to tell the queen what it's like there, and hopefully strike some kind of chord of humanity or elfanity in her. That's all. At this point, our only plan is bringing everything in light and hoping that she has some kind of decency. So, and then plan B is making a graceful exit and getting the hell out of Dodge, I guess. To wit, on that subject, I'm wondering if we can't possibly have some allies in the Foresters in terms of just giving us a little bit enough muscle to enable us to walk out without anyone yelling "seize them." Not that I'm thinking that's likely, but and possibly a way to the docks through territory that's
this is all Plan B. We could find
this is all planned.
Okay.
Yeah,
we could find this going very well for us, as far as staying here is concerned. That's what I'm bidding for.
I am very happy to be flexible with timelines if you want to go for Plan A. And flash back to all these things you prepared in the case of Plan B.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
I've been playing too much Blades in the Dark, so
that's right. And this is where I left.
Right.
So all the while,
the spinning cobra that we really badly need right now.
So possible things have been occurring while Shining Star is seeking passage on ship for you. Meanwhile, your plan is to attend the Sealy, which let's say meets in the early afternoon.
It's striking how easy it is to implement that, actually. Doing
flashback.
Doing the plan. Yeah, we planned something and
this. Oh no, it's an excellent technique that fictional presenters have been using for centuries, and role players are only fumbling their way into it now.
Right.
I had a long argument with somebody long ago who desperately wanted their game to be able to produce the climax of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And I said, well, that's clear. Just keep rolling for whether you had done it or not. But he really wanted them to have set up all of the things previously. So then they could display how clever they... In other words, he didn't realize that the movie only displayed the cleverness. It didn't actually be clever.
Right.
So, but I thought it was sort of an interesting example of the role player's characteristic desire for everything to be causal in the way that it was depicted to be,
Right.
even though it wasn't created that way.
Right.
And you magically get a story that's brilliant and like the very best story you've ever seen on film without actually trying or writing it, basically.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, with this plan, we know that the lawgiver Numair is going to be there. He's all excited to be there. What do we need to do about him? I mean, he obviously wants also a audience with the queen.
Well, if he objects, kill him. I mean, if you can bring yourself to do it, girl.
Yeah, I mean, girl, I think.
I mean,
gives
you
you
could testify to your treatment by this very man very effectively, I think.
Yeah, I
don't
think
he
girl,
saw you at the party.
No, I don't think he did.
Now, in reflection, I realize we were actually pretty lucky that wasn't the case.
I thought you were astoundingly lucky that girl didn't try and kill him at the party.
Well,
yeah, she had her sanity check. Bonk.
Yes, I know.
She went.
She was dressed like the Wheel of Fortune.
And not only that, but you.
By the way, speaking of which.
Oh,
lovely!
Fabulous.
Okay.
Fabulous.
I put a wig on girl. I
think that's that makes more sense, right? Right.
Yes.
Before all this stuff happens, I'm gonna have nailed a little note to the door of Relax the Cat, specifically addressing Rivers Current, and I think it was Rivers Current, and telling him
it was Rivers Current. Yes.
I am sorry, dear Rivers Current. I'm sorry, but urgent matters came up, and I have to cancel for today. Check back tomorrow, and fingers crossed, I will be here.
Very nice.
I'll glance at the note and say, I can see I can see your skill in romance is.
Yeah, that's
is still with us.
Well,
all right. Well, off to see a queen, I guess. What is the hard cut to the Sealy court presentation?
Yes.
Surely a trumpet fanfare signals the hard cut.
That seems reasonable. Trumpet fanfares, as you
trumpets.
Very much so. As you approach the Tower of Flowers, as I have apparently written on my map, although I can't read it. A beautiful and many towered palace with lovely slender minarets and towers built in a distinctly elvish style, which looks like it defies gravity with the elegance and fragility of the stonework, marble work, possible glass work.
Kind of a Gothic thing with maybe more obvious floral and plant and tree motif.
Yes, and certainly similarly, perhaps over ornate to some
I was
Gothic
thinking kind of like the crystalline Atlantis effects mixed in there a little bit.
Oh, certainly, yes. So you've crossed over the river from the docks into the beautiful sculptured parklands at the centre of Tourmaline, and approached up through the delightful gardens that surround the palace. People are free to wander in there as they choose. There may be social pressure that people who wander through the parkland normally look like they fit into parkland and not like scruffy adventurers. I'm sure you three all fit in perfectly well, because we are doing a hard cut to you entering the throngs around the court, people desperate to get a glimpse of the Queen and the other exciting courtiers of the Sealy court. Maybe people desperate to present petitions.
I'm going to be just a little bit acting against our interests here and pointing out that maybe a short spear, a crossbow, a longbow, a quiver of arrows, a quiver of quarrels, and an axe might not actually fit in.
I do not disagree. I hadn't expected that we would be bringing weapons to the center of elven power.
So we are only armed with our silver tongues, our native charm, and our hopeful hearts,
Right.
and a buddy who can turn into a big wolf.
Correct.
That's right.
This is exactly what I'm thinking. Yes. That might come in handy.